Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a dupe video, but honestly the most exciting dupe video I've ever done because I've been working on this for several months now. A while back I was sorting through my makeup collection and I came to the realization that I'm hoarding a lot of my favorite discontinued luxury products. They have been just expired or broken, and I wanted to dupe these products so that I had something as more of like a placeholder with them. Ironically enough, the best dupes for these luxury discontinued products were coming from the drugstore. I've been testing these products side by side, you know, seeing their wear and just really trying to get you guys the most accurate dupes I can possibly find, and they are all drugstore dupes. So this is very exciting. I think if you've been watching me for several years, you're gonna see a lot of products that you're familiar with from my channel. So yeah, let's get into it. For many years of my life, I had two go-to foundations. The one of them, which I wore pretty much almost every single day, was by Jouer. It was the light bulb foundation. This foundation was everything to me, and I wore it for so many years, so many days, that there were just characteristics about that foundation that I remember so well and have just actively been searching for a dupe. The unique thing about Jouer light bulb was that it was a Jouer foundation. They're known for their oils. So it took those beautiful oils, paired it with a foundation. The foundation wasn't oily in consistency, but it just had that amazing, you know, hydrating, nourishing feel of a Jouer skincare product, but it gave you amazing coverage. And you know, it's called the light bulb foundation, so it was very dewy, just amazingly radiant and blended into the skin so beautifully, making your skin look like you had just gotten a facial. You had that beautiful like baby skin, juicy, plump looking vibe, and it was my favorite. And I have actively been searching for a dupe for it, and instantaneously, the first time I used the NYX Born To Glow foundation, it gave me those light bulb vibes. It's slightly more fluid in formulation than light bulb was, but coverage wise, it's anywhere from medium to full, I do find. It's super hydrating. It has that nice dewy finish where it just reflects back so much light, and it just gives you that juicy, plump, baby looking skin that light bulb did. It is by far the closest thing I have found to Jouer light bulb, and really sad I couldn't demonstrate light bulb today for you guys because it was just separated and it smelled really weird. But take it from someone who wore it like day after day for several years. This is by far the closest dupe. My other favorite foundation of all time, the uber flattering Dior Star foundation. Dior created this foundation to emulate what skin looks like under studio lights. So it has little hollow silica beads in the formulation itself, and what those beads do is they diffuse light, giving the skin this ultra plush, soft focus. Like, you can literally look at the skin with this foundation on top of it and it looks plush and soft to the touch. It's very unique. And again, this is a foundation where the first time I wore it, it instantly reminded me of Dior Star, but I wanted to wear it for several months because this is such a special foundation that I wanted to make sure that the dupe was as accurate as possible. And I do think the closest thing I found has been the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. It's slightly more dewy, but it has that amazing, creamy, blendable, moussey, but liquid formulation that the Dior Star does. And it is quite similar in terms of finish, coverage, wear time, and just the effect that it has in making the skin look just velvety and plush. You can also kind of bump that up by putting a powder on top of this, but it is, in my opinion, the closest foundation that I have found that replicates the, just like I said, uber flattering, unique effects that Dior Star has on the skin. This is the Laura Mercier Candleglow Concealer. I've raved about this many times on my channel. I love it because it's quite unique in the sense that it's a concealer that's pretty versatile. It has the unique ability of making really dark, tired under eyes looking bright, rejuvenated, and it's got a lot of luminosity to the finish itself, so it reflects back light. It's a very like healthy, beautiful looking concealer. And it also has buildable coverage. Now it's quite emollient, quite dewy, so I really like that because I just think it, you know, amps up the look of skin. And the closest dupe has been the NYX Born To Glow concealer. I mean, it even has that little spongy applicator as well. I will say the NYX Born To Glow concealer actually has more coverage, so this might be more appealing to more people. But as you can see in the demo, I just used less of the NYX Born To Glow concealer and sheared it out, and you can still get a similar effect as this. Now, these are practically identical in my opinion, and the great thing about these radiant concealers is that they're really beautiful for using as liquid highlight on the skin as well. Okay, next up we have two bronzers from Vincent Longo. I don't even really know if Vincent Longo is being sold anymore, but when I found out it was being discontinued, I purchased them off of eBay. These are two shades. As you can see, they're marbled. I mixed Golden Glow and La Riviera, and it created the most beautiful, natural looking bronze that had a lot of radiance to it, and this was like a big favorite of mine for several years. Now, the thing I really liked about this was that it was like a type of bronzer that I could just put all over my face. I didn't have to worry about being strategic with it, and I am not even kidding you. This powder creates the same exact effect as both of these being mixed together. It's the new Revlon Skin Lights bronzer. It looks almost identical. This one is slightly more golden undertoned, whereas obviously this one is gonna pull a little bit more red, but the effect is so similar, silky, blends out easy, never looks chalky or muddy, and can be placed all over the face to really give you that like all over skin glow that I was looking for. From what it looks like to me, Becca is sadly starting to phase out their cream poured highlights. I think these are some of the most beautiful highlights ever. I also loved the putty formulation of them. Just heat it up on your fingertips. Gorgeous. And then one of my old time favorites of all time, the Jouer highlights. They don't even have this packaging anymore. But same thing, cream highlight, really nice, warmed up with your skin. And the unique thing about these highlights is that they had the ability to be subtle but impactful at the same time, never over the top, and just always a very soft kind of like moonlit looking glow on the skin. And the dupe that I found is from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Golden Glow highlight. It has that really nice, satisfying putty texture that just warms up once it comes in contact with the heat of your fingers, and blend it out. It still gives you that soft, sheer glow of a highlight, but you can also build it up and make it a lot more opaque as well. So definitely a good placeholder in my opinion. This is Star Babe from NARS, one of the most beautiful glitter glosses of all time. It's a clear, ultra wet glass-like gloss with a bunch of microfine champagne glitter suspended throughout the formulation. So it's like a double whammy. You get that wet looking clear gloss with a bunch of microfine glitter. It just overloads your lips and it just makes them look so juicy and full. And the closest thing I have been able to find has been from Revlon. This is the gloss in All That Glitters. Now, the shade of All That Glitters is slightly more yellow gold versus champagne, but you still get that ultra wet, glassy, clear gloss with the microfine glitter suspended in them. And these are really it if you want something that's gonna make your lips look really full and juicy. The glitter is in no way frosty. It's just there to help reflect back extra light. So it's not like a xenon glitter. It's just a, you know, subtle glitter that's there and makes your lips look ultra glass-like. The NARS Sheer Pop Multiple, so this is a NARS Multiple in a sheer formulation. This is in the shade Navigio Beach. It is exceptional. I still wear it all the time. It is the most accurate representation of a glisten, just a glisten of a highlight on the skin where it's nothing overpowering. You guys know me. I love just a soft filter highlight for every day. I have never found anything that can replicate this until CoverGirl came out with the Cooling Glow Sticks. This product creates the same, ever so slightly there glisten that the Sheer Pop Multiple did. It just looks like skin. It's not distracting. It's not metallic. If you want that true, just looks like the highlight of a natural thing that would be on your skin, then the CoverGirl Cooling Glow Stick, it really, I never thought I would find a dupe for this, and mine's almost gone, so happy day. I don't know what the deal is with this illuminator. I don't know if it's discontinued or not. I thought it was, but I think it might be available again. But I found a spot on dupe, so I want to share it with you guys. I want to start off by saying that this is my favorite illuminator to wear during the summertime. It's Fireless by Tom Ford. It is the most beautiful, subtly red undertoned rose gold, and that in the summertime just gives your skin the most gorgeous, like, it just complements a little bit of a tanned skin tone so well, and it just livens up your skin tone in a way that I can't even explain. It is the most beautiful shade of red rose gold. And the best dupe that I have found was the NYX Born To Glow in the shade Gleam. It's slightly more pink, but it is the most accurate, like, red rosy gold that I have found. And I think if you have a skin tone similar to mine, I think you would actually really like this type of illuminator. I didn't think I would, but I really do. Now, the other dupe that I wanted to share was limited edition last summer, and I raved about it on my channel many times. The MAC Hyper Real foundation, which is actually an illuminator in Bronze FX. This is another NYX Born To Glow illuminator. It's in the shade Pure Gold. And to me, Pure Gold, obviously you're gonna see, is a little bit darker, but it still has the same intensity and the same type of reflect and just luminosity that the Hyper Real foundation has. So to me, these NYX Born To Glow, specifically these two shades, and just illuminator, they're all different. Like, some are more sheer, some have different reflect, and these most accurately replicate these two. Now, I do want to say that these obviously feel a little bit more luxurious and more like skincare on your skin. They're quite hydrating, and they have a really nice fluid formulation, whereas these are a little bit more dry. So a way that you can make these more accurately replicate the MAC and the Tom Ford is by adding in a couple drops of a hyaluronic acid serum. I've been using this one, the Drench Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I'll just mix it in with these illuminators. And I mean, you guys will see in the demo, it just makes the product spread out a lot better. It's more fluid, it's easier to work with, it just glides over the skin so much easier. And it really just makes the illuminator feel like it's more luxurious. So just a tip I wanted to throw in there, if you want to make these feel more like MAC or Tom Ford, just put in like a drop or two of hyaluronic acid and your life will be changed, because you all of a sudden feel like you're using a luxury illuminator. And those are all the dupes I wanted to go over. Like I said, the most accurate ones I have found thus far. And I am not against reduping. Like, there have been a couple times where like, something new has come out and I've reduped something with something that I thought was better, but I spent a lot of time doing these dupes and testing these products side by side so that it would be as, you know, informative as it could be for you guys and the most accurate of dupes for you guys. Everything will be listed and linked in the description box down below. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. I would love it so much if you guys would subscribe to my channel if you didn't earlier. And if you guys would come follow me on Instagram too, that would be amazing, because I'm literally always on Instagram whenever I'm not on my channel. Oh, I think that's everything I wanted to say. So I will see you guys in my next video. Hope you have an amazing day. Bye, guys.